So today, as a part of the enhancement, previously we have discussed how to register the JavaScript in on load, on save, and on change. These three events we have discussed. So today our agenda is to understand the basics of the JavaScript, not like an in-depth basics. Like as I said, you the top level of basics, like what is variable and what is function. Like this we try to cover. Okay. So before that, let me open my screen. Okay, see here, Sai, you know how to open the developer mode in any browser. Basically, the developer mode is the developer used to work. So it has been designed. So there are multiple ways to open the developer mode. Okay. So here, if you see the developer, three dots is there. Any browser, go to any browser, there is like a three dots is there. And here you are able to see the more tools. And if you are able to see developer tools is there, so you can open from here. So as a developer, you should aware about this developer tool, because basically we used to call it as a developer mode. Whatever the code you have, you want to practice, right, before inserting into the web resource, you can do check from here itself how it is working or how it is not working, it is accepting or not. So those all things you can check from here itself. So that is the major useful of the developer mode. Okay, and it will be helpful you to inspect the elements also. Okay, so here let me open see, I am opening here for example. Okay, I'm like this, I'm going. So here here now I want to open, and here I want to open the developer mode. So now see, let me open keyboard for you. Control Shift, see, Control Shift I. Control Shift I. If I open Control Shift I, this window will get open. So this is the console application we used to call. So in the console application, you have a flexibility to write the code. Okay, you can practice like a real-time code how it will work. You can see it as a demo in the console application. So let me show you. Let me see one by one what are the things very important in the JavaScript. So here we try to understand start from the variable. Okay, in the JavaScript we can declare the variable to store the data. So basically, if you want to store something, right? If you want to store something, you will use this one keyword. Where is it will allocate a space memory in the where alpha equals to the testing. Okay, I am declaring there like this. Okay, this one. If I type alpha, right, what value I will get? Testing value I get. Testing value because I allocated a space memory to variable to store the testing value in the alpha. So where is the keyword to declare the anything? Where beta equal to, for example, beta. So this is also you can give your whatever the name you want to do, you can give here, but equals to here inverter commas within this testing gamma, like this testing gamma, like this. For example, if you give now, if you type beta, see the value you will get, the testing gamma value you will get. Okay, like this you are able to get the value. So you have a flexibility. So basically, see, there are multiple things are there. You can store a value number, you can store a string, you can store a boolean, you can store an array, you can store an object. So how we can declare this variable is array, this variable is number, this variable is string? How you will declare? So for example, where you have flexibility, where var, where gamma equals to, for example, I am writing gamma equals to 6 colon. So this is number. Okay, if you write number, it will get it as a number. Say 6, you are getting the 6 value. This is where to declare the number, we'll use the like this way, within like this you can use. So for example, if you want to declare the string within the inverter commas, you need to declare where demo, for example, demo where equals to testing by Sai Kumar. Okay, testing by Sai Kumar, I am giving value and entering here it as a, now demo v if I type, so whatever the value I have given for the assigned for this string, right? So you can show. So to store the string in the variable, you will declare like this, where demo v equals to, like this you will declare. Okay, so declare. So for example, if it is like a boolean, means 2 option set data type. As we already learned in the Dynamics 365 CRM, we have a 14 types of a data types are. If you want to set the boolean option set or 2 option sets, at that time, like what you will use in a true or false. The value, whatever the output you will get, it might be true, or you might get it in a false. So for to store such type of a value, what you will do? Where, see here, where, for example, any field data is good, where 2 option equals to, for example, 2 option equals to inverter commas. Sorry, no, don't give inverter commas. True, see, true I am giving and setting. So here I am setting the value of the 2 option set as a true. If you see, it is a boolean. It is a boolean variable I am declaring. Now this is the. Now if you want to declare array, remember one thing. Let me open Notepad also, Notepad++ also, until it's get open. It's late in the system. It's open. So where array equals to, see, if you want to declare array, like this you will declare square brackets, 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma, like this you will declare 3 comma 4, like this you will declare. Okay, array like this. For example, if I am arraying, see, ARR 4 values I am getting. 0 equals to, so basically the array index will be start from the 0, 1, 2, 3, like this start. So to declare array, what you will write? Where array equals to, like this you will write. Okay, where array equals to square brackets 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4. So 1 will be here, consider it as a 0 index, 2 will be consider it as a 1, 3 will be the backend value where it will be stored. So like this. So if, for example, if you want to store the object value, where object value equals to curly braces 1 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5 comma 6, for example 5 comma 6 comma. Sorry, you need to assign the values, right? Where object equals to, like this you need to write. For example, where object, if you are referring as an object, where object equals to object equals to, like this, alpha colon, define alpha colon. For example, if it is a number, then you can give number, comma, beta, colon, test 0.23, and give it as a this one. So basically, it will store the object variable. Okay. So like this you have a flexibility to store the value. So today what we have learned, so we have learned how to store the value of the number, how to store the value of the string, how to store the value of the boolean options, two option set, how to store the value of the array, how to store the value of the object. Basically, you see, these are like a for storing the values we use the variables. Okay, in here it is clear, right? Now let's go to try to understand the function. See, functions means, see here yesterday, like last time we have already studied that how to write the function. This is one function, second function, third function, like this we have written, right? Like this we have written, unload one function, unchange one function. So functions are like it is like a block of a code which can be reusable and taken. It will once you call the function, if you write the downside of the code and if you call it, it will execute by defaultly. You can call the function from anywhere in the system. Okay, it is, and you can pass the input parameter and you can get the output value of the function, and based on that you can return the any function. So function is the one of the major area to reusable cases. But like in C# we have a methods, right? In the same way we have in a JavaScript we write the functions. Okay, so now let's try to understand conditional basis, conditional statements. Like for example, how you will write the conditions here. For example, where alpha equals to, for example, alpha equals to testing, like this. For example, I have declared like this. VAR, where small letters, okay, here small letters, where beta equals to symmetric comma new frento, for example, so like this I have declared. If see, now the conditional statements have been started. If bracket open, bracket close, this we used to call it as a parenthesis basis. Okay, like this you can, this is the syntax. Okay, till here I didn't do anything. Now if you want to give like a else statement, like this you will write. So like this you will write, right? So if like this you have, like if inside, for example, alpha equals to testing, then only throw alert. Okay, like alert. This is testing doing from if statement. Else statement, if statement and else statement. So for example, I will declare this one and I will go to here and I will paste here. See, this testing doing from the if statement, I am able to see the alert, because the value whatever I have set in the variable alpha equals to testing. So that's the reason it has been, I received equal to this if condition. So whatever the conditions you will write, if the conditions met, based on that it will reroute the code. Okay, it will execute the code. Okay, like this it will execute the code. Okay, so here it is like this statement we used to write the if conditional statement. Okay, so now let's try to understand the loops concept. There is for loop is there, while loop is there. So basically for loop and while loop, for example, you are assigning the one value to the one variable. Okay, in the for loop only, if you write the same thing, here if you see here, for parenthesis, bracket or within the parenthesis, where here you are declaring inside the for loop you are declaring one variable where I equals to 0, I less than 5. You see, 5 times you are iterating the loop, 5 times you are telling the loop to execute 5 times, and every time see one from 0 to you are incrementing 1, 2, 3, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 1, 4, 4 plus 1, 5, 5 less than 5, no, okay, it will stop there like this. So now in the same case, if you go while loop where count equals to 0, for example, in the count there is a one, he declared one count variable equals to 0. So now whereas coming to the while count less than 5, if count is less than 5, then else put, and he try to iterate the loop. Okay, so basically the plus is button is there, right? So the plus value whatever you are using, I plus count plus these two areas whatever they are using, right? So this one, so this is like a to increment the value, because it's starting from the 0, every time it will get a one value get incremented. So that's the reason basically to increment the value, to iterate the complete loop to complete. So this I plus they are incrementing the value. So decrement minus. If you want to decrement the value, you will use the minus. Okay, like this you will write. So now as I earlier also tell you, JavaScript and Java both are completely different language. Like yesterday, already we have discussed it, right? There is a quite so much difference between the Java and JavaScript. See, basically JavaScript initially named as a live script. It is after that it has been renamed to the JavaScript, because Java is very popular language, and JavaScript and Java two are completely different language. Both are not, and you don't need to learn JavaScript to write the JavaScript. Both are different language. If you learn one language, Java like an independent language. Okay. So here one confusion is there. Why we'll use the let? Why we'll use the var? Why we'll use the constant? Why JavaScript in the JavaScript they have introduced this let keyword and constant keyword. See, basically there is like a in JavaScript released the new let and constant keywords in a 2015. At which year they have? Now we are in the 2024. Almost 9 years back, JavaScript has been introduced this let and constant keywords. Earlier we don't have. Why this keywords has been introduced? Because there is already var is there. Then what is the use case of there to declare? So basically var, see, since var can introduce the bugs, so that you can avoid the using the keyword. So because if you are like a var, if you are using, and again var is like a global scope we having. The var keyword declares the variable in a global scope. So basically the let keyword is there. So it will only having the scope to particular function itself. You cannot set the value of the let value from the other function. So that is the minus point we have with the let. But here the plus point we have. So this one, the same point we consider it as a let and constant same. But again, whereas coming to the constant, here same data type, same needs to be manipulated. Like if for example, if you are declaring conversion is before convert usually we need to write. So that is the basic difference between the let, var and constant. So these three keywords we use in the JavaScript to store the value only. Let keyword used same for same only. Var keyword is used for the same only. Constant keyword is used for the same only. Everything will be using the same only. So JavaScript is a camel case related. We used to call it as a camel case language. Why we used to call it as a camel case means, see here, basically the JavaScript whatever you write, the first letter will be like this, test alpha, for example, test alpha, you want to write alpha, you like this, you will write. The first letter will be start with the lowercase value. The middle letter will start with the uppercase value. Okay, test alpha, test is the small letter and A is the capital letter. So like this. So this is like a English, like this you will declare the variable, and this is like a standard way to write the keyword. So basically it will differentiate the keyword. Okay, so this is the language we used to call it as a camel case. Underscore, this one you won't use dash. Like for example here like this we have write. So if you write test alpha like this, so it is not a value. You need to write a underscore. Hyphens are not allowed. You need to declare, for example, you need to declare test underscore alpha, you need to write. Okay, like this you need to write. So to declare, so this is the sensitive language, you need to write like this to understand. Underscores, first underscore name, last underscore name, master underscore card, enter underscore kitty, like this you will write. Okay, first name, uppercase letter, Pascal case, like this you will write. So lowercase also you have the flexibility to write. So basically, okay. So see, basically, for example, you are writing this code, right? So you don't want to, you are not using anywhere in the beta. So if you don't want to execute this particular line, what you will use? So you have a flexibility to comment. You see, like this you can comment. So there are like two types of comments you can do. So in the JavaScript, so this particular line will not execute if you comment. So if you give forward slash, so this line become will the, see, null, this value becomes the null. Now here forward slash star, and again coming to here star forward slash. So this particular line will not execute. So where we'll use so multi lines are there, right? So for example, you want to comment from line number 3 to line number 13. This is very big line, right? So individual commenting, it will take so much time. And like this, so like this, if you declare like this, if you comment, it will take so much time, right? So to unnecessary, like you can do it from like this star. So forward slash star, and after that again come downside again star forward slash. So if you use like this particular whole code will be get commented. So for commenting, what you will use? So there are two ways to comment. One is like this you can use, like this you can use, and second one is this one you can use forward slash star and end with the star forward slash. So like this you can comment the code. Okay, you can comment the code. See, once you commented, it will become in a red color. Earlier it was in a red and blue color combination, right? So commented, you can identify very easily wherever these two hyphens are there. So that particular line will not execute in the code. Wherever this particular line will not execute in the code. So you need to check this one. If you want to comment, if you want to declare something, you will use this forward slash, and this one you will use. Okay. So like this you will use the code. Now these are like a commenting there. So this like basically this two forward, we used to call it as a single line comments. Single line comments, because at a time we can comment only particular single line, right? So this one we used to call it as a single line commenter. Any text between this one and they will go ignored by the JavaScript, will not execute. So like this if you have. So I will share this PPT with you. I hope it will be like a very helpful to you. So multi lines of a comment. So basically this forward slash star asterisk and asterisk forward slash is multi lines of comment. We use this one, multi lines of a comment. So we write like this one. Okay, multi lines of a comment. So this one we use for the multi lines of a comment. Okay. So basically, this what will happen if you comment anything using comment to prevent the execution. Whatever the comment, if you once you commented, right, it will stop the execution using comments to prevent the execution of the code. So for example, if the unwanted code you want to remove, something is getting disturbed, so at the time you will use these comments. Okay, let's try to understand whatever the operators are there: addition, subtraction, multiplication. Like this we have a subtraction, right? So in the JavaScript, how it will work? For example, the JavaScript assignments we have the plus add numbers. The addition operator will use that plus add number. This will use for the plus add number. Assignment operator, the equals to whatever I am declaring here, right? Equals to this one. Assign the value. Whenever you are using as to one single time, right? You are like assigning the value. If you are using double equals to, at the time it is like comparing the value. If you are using single equals to, you are assigning. It is called as assigning the value. If you are declaring two variable, two equals to this comparison. So it is like so you need to understand this difference. You need to understand this difference. Okay. So you need to understand this difference. So the plus operator is used for the addition of the numbers. The equals to is here in the screen. You are able to see x plus y equals to z is there. So the plus operator we use for the addition operator, and equals to operator we use for the assign operator. Okay. So like this you are able to, you have a flexibility to use. Now, whereas coming to the, so the same thing here I have written in the PPT. I will share with you. The assignment operator equals to is assign the value for to a variable. Let just now few minutes back I have shown let alpha equals to testing 1 2 3. So here equals to I have used. Single equals to I have used. Whereas single equals to will come, it will like a used for the assigning the value. Okay. So now let's try to understand multiplication. What is the multiplication operator? So for example, let's try to understand practically. Let x equals to 5. Let x equals to 5. Let y equals to 2. Okay, I have declared it. X let z equals to x asterisk into y. Now colon. What is the z value you will get? 5 into 10. 5 to the 10. The final output, as you can see on the screen, this is the final output. For example, I am here sending c equals to letter c equals to c. Let c equals to x plus y. What is the early c value? What you will get? 7. Because it is here we are doing the addition of the here. We have a variable in the x equals to 5, y equals to 2, 5 plus 2, 7. Okay, so this is the addition operator and multiplication operator, and like this we will use. Okay, so here like this we have the JavaScript, we have a different types of the operators. We have arithmetic operator, assignment operator, comparison operator, string operator, logical operators, bitwise operators, and ternary operators type of operators. So if you see here, I have drawn like a some of the operators, like how we used to call it as a plus. To declare plus symbol, this is the plus symbol. Everyone, most of them, like when you are in a 5th class student also, if you go and ask, they able to answer that what is the addition symbol, operator they use. So nothing is here. So why are you worrying? I don't know. Okay, JavaScript is very, very easy language. So plus the symbol we use for the addition of the addition. Subtraction, minus symbol we use. See, this is the minus dash symbol is there, right? So basically this is the dash multiplication star into, in the into symbol is there, right? In the keyboard we don't have a into symbol, right? Here in the keyboard we have a asterisk symbol. So asterisk symbol only is called it as a multiplication symbol operator. Okay, double asterisk symbol we used to call it as a double asterisk symbol operator, we used to call it as a exponential division. So if 2 by 5, for example 2 by 5, let s equals to x by 5. What will be the output of the s? 2.5, because 5 by 2, 2.5. Okay, like this, like if you divided 5 by 2, what is the value you calculate? 2.5 value you will get. So the basically this is the value. Okay. So here, for example, here, so to increment the value and to decrement the value, you will use the plus symbol. If you want to give the percentage, for example, let percentile symbol, let u equals to x percentile y. Like this you will write. You what the value you will get 1. Okay, x percentile y. What is the value you got? 1 value you got. Okay, so for example, let e equals to x plus plus. So earlier what I have declared for the x, pi I have declared, right? So for example, now what is the value it will be for the x plus plus? See, this is the not correct way to declare the value, because here we cannot declare directly here inside, right? Within the loop you need to declare. So where you want to declare the value, you need to use this one. Okay. Let e equals to, same thing will happen with the plus plus e, because here is 2. Why earlier 2 is there? Okay, 2 every time it needs to get increased, then it will increase the 2 plus plus value, will increment the value, incrementer will use the plus plus, decrementer will use the minus minus. Okay, so JavaScript assignments, here we have a as we already learned this one. So assignment operators, basically these operators we used to call it as a arithmetic operators. Whatever the arithmetic operators are there, right? So these all are the arithmetic operators, plus, minus, star, multiplication, as exponential, division. So these are the symbols you can use for the arithmetical operators. Now let's try to understand the assignment operators. JavaScript assignment operators. So assignment means you are assigning the value. So here if you see x here operators are there, equals to x equals to y is also we can same as x equals to y. If you declare like this, you can declare like this. So there are assignment means you are assigning some value to that particular variable. At that time you will use or let or some that particular data you are assigning something. Okay, at that time you will use this one. Okay, so these are the assignment operators. Whatever you are able to see here from the top to bottom, right? Those all are the assignment operators. Now let's try to understand comparison operators. So if you see in my screen, alpha equals to test. So here I am assigning the value. Here if alpha equals to double equals to here comparison. So basically this comparison. If a greater than b, if a less than b, if a greater than equals to b, like the symbols are. So basically this operator we used to call it as a what we used to call comparison operator we used to call. So to compare the value of the one variable to the another variable, one let value of the another let value, one constant value to the another constant value, you will use the comparison operator. You will use the comparison operator. Okay, now let's try to understand JavaScript comparison. So here see JavaScript string comparison. Let text 1 equals to A and let text 2 equals to B. So the result text 1 less than text 2. So this is the correct. Yes, but here the comparison, string comparison, like a different way of approach. Okay, different. So if you see for like a value, if you see a 1 2 3 4, like comparison between them, it was like a this same value. Okay, if it is like a B C, so if instead of A and B like this, you will do the string. So you can, the plus can add also be used to add the concurrent string. So here like this you need to declare. Okay, JavaScript string addition, you will use this one. Okay, now if you try to understand the plus and equals to assignment operator, so if you see here, so like this text 1 is there, what a very, and text nice. The result of the text 1 will be what a very nice. So to concatenate at the time you want to assign this one, so at that time you will, the final output value you will get it as a like this one. So by declaring the assigning the value, and if you see here, this already we have shown in like a, so see y equals to, within the inverter commas if you invert, it will be considered it as a normal, it will convert to the string. If you leave normal value, it will be the numeric value like a number. But if you declare it in the within the inverter commas, right, it will convert to the C. So now 5 plus 5 equals to 10. But here y 5 plus 5 is there, but 5 you have declared it in the within the inverter comma. So 5 it will print as it is here, and remaining we have plus 5, right? So automatically the remaining 5 will get populated. So try to understand that how to, so these are the basics and which very easy and which plays a very crucial role while you are writing the JavaScript, especially in the Microsoft Dynamics 365 CRM. Okay, so this is the way. So again, see, now till now we have understood. So these like operators, multiple operators. This operator we used to call it as a arithmetic operator. Arithmetic operator plus minus into hyphen division, percentile, increment, decrement. We used to call it as a arithmetic operator. Now assignment operator, equals to, plus equals to, minus equals to, star equals to. These are the assignment operators. Now these are the comparison operators. So in the same way we have a logical operators. So for example, and, or. So for example, here we have a this value, right? And again you want to check one more condition. Here alpha equals to testing, beta equals to, and if you are using, so these two conditions needs to be get satisfied. These two conditions needs to be get satisfied, then only it will enter into the else condition. Else it will enter into the else condition. Okay, other condition. If this condition matches, it will go to the if condition. If it is not matching, then it will go to the else condition. So here if you are using the AND operator, this two condition needs to be satisfied, then only it will enter. Here if for example you are using the OR operator, OR is like this one, OR operator. Either this condition satisfied, it will go into the if, either this condition. Any one of the condition is satisfied, then it will go into the inside the if condition. So this is the, and here for example, so here we have a not equals to, for example, not is also there. Okay, not equals to is there, not equals to null, for example, not equals to null. So if it is not equals to null, then only you need to enter. So this is not equals to, we have used, right? So not is the symbol. Like this also you can use, and like this also you can use. So basically it is this one. So these are, we called it as a logical operators. In the logical operators, what are the operators will get? One is and, or, not. And, or, not. We used to call it as a logical operators. What we used to call it as a logical operators. Okay. Now, which type of a value, type of operators will be which value? So, see, it's depends on the type of operators, how it will give the value. Based on that only it will work. So for example, if you see the bitwise operators are there. Bitwise operators are like we already most of the whoever in the BTech, the a bachelor's of degree, we have everyone have a C language subject. It might if you might be studying in a graduation, you studied it from the degree or else any from you are already aware about this bitwise operator. So to enhance this one, and or not, or left shift, right shift, unassigned shift, right shift is there, right? So 5 and the bitwise operators, it will convert to the 0 0 0 1 0 1 0 1. So the result will be the 0 0 0 0 1. So basically these bitwise operators work on the 32-bit words. Any numeric operator in the operation is converted to the 32-bit and the result is converted back to the JavaScript number. So basically here backend you are passing the value as a 5, but in the bitwise operators, if you are seeing here, see here converting like this, it will convert the same as a 0 0 0 0 0 1 like this if you have, right? So basically the final output will be the JavaScript number only, it will get generated. So now see, we have in JavaScript, we have in Microsoft Dynamics 365 CRM 14 data types. What are the 14? Single line of text, multi lines of text, option set, two option set, to lookup data type, file data type, image data type, like this. We have a 14 types of auto number data type. Like this, we have 14 types of a data type. In the JavaScript also we have a majorly 8 types of the data types. What are those? One is a string, number, init, boolean, undefined, null, symbol, object. So main and object data types is again classified into 3 types. An object data type can be contain an object or an array or a date. So like this. So basically the way of writing outside the JavaScript and our inside the Microsoft Dynamics 365 CRM JavaScript is completely way of approach is different. The basic concept, whatever, wherever you will use the JavaScript, it was the same only. They were using the syntax. So this you see, the outside we used to get element by ID, but in the Microsoft Dynamics 365 CRM we use it in a different way. Okay, now let's try to understand some of the examples. Let's try to understand some of the examples. Like length equals to 16 and again for example weight equals to 7.5. So this is like a numbers data type, so we will declare like this. So numbers we will write. So normally without inverter commas you will declare the numeric value. Numeric value you will declare like a number. Okay, you will mention the numbers. And for example, if you want to declare the string, right, you will use the inverter commas. And again, if you want to declare the booleans, right, so basically remember this one, the way of writing. So these are the how when before constructing the rooms, you will construct the pillars and the basement foundation, right? So to learn the JavaScript, this is the basic foundation. Okay, to learn the JavaScript, this is the basic foundation. You need to learn, then only your JavaScript foundation will become very accurate, and it will become very like you are able to write the code. Else you will completely depend on the ChatGPT, Gemini. It won't help you. Okay, sometimes those also will provide a wrong answer. So your own intellectual only will provide. So to declare the numbers, what you will like this you will write. To declare the string, let color equals to yellow or blue. Like for example, within the inverter commas, you will double inverter commas or single inverter commas, you will declare this one. So those will like a strings. So if you want to declare the same thing in a boolean, right? So boolean value either may be a true or false. Only we have two options. Either this is a true or it might be false. So that's the reason for the boolean we declare like as a true and false. So for object, just already I have shown, for example, first name as a Muhammad and last name as a Shafiuddin. So here person name. So basically if you see first name last name comparisonly I have to person equals to 5 I type. So what is the final output you get? John Doe, Thomas Shafiuddin. So combination is but I am declaring it as a object. Now for example, array object. So as I already told that in object we use the curly braces. If wherever you are able to see in the variable has been declared the curly braces, right? That curly braces we used to call it as a object. Object. Okay. Wherever the square brackets you are able to see, that square brackets will be considered as a array. ARRAY, array object. Okay, so basically array object is there. Date object is there. So you will create the one date object. So what is the value you want to create? You will create the one object of the date. So like this you will create the value. So we already saw how to create the JavaScript those web resources and those parts. We already discussed how to create the JavaScript web resources. Like as I already shown you, we need to go to the advanced file. From there you can go from the default solution or any particular solution. From there you can see. So I hope like that's it for today. So